Yo, what's up, guys? It's Ghosted, and today we are on the PBE Cerner 20 website. Back again, looking at the new changes coming to patch 11.9. So far, I've only seen a little bit, but it looks like this is going to be a really big patch. A lot of changes coming through, a lot of champions that probably don't need to be buffed or getting buffed, but then again, there's also going to be ones that don't need to be nerfed. But let's go ahead and look into it today. We got Diana. Her base HP is being lowered from 7.5 to 6.5. Armor per level is also being lowered from 3.6 to 3.1. And the Moonblade passive is being lowered from 20 to 40% attack speed to 15 to 40%. Diana has been a very strong pick in the middle lately, so I can see why they're nerfing her. I just don't know how much this would change her, to be honest. So maybe we'll see the change in her win rate for sure, but maybe they need to do some more, I guess, a little bit changes to some of her bursty, some of her scaling, I guess. But I guess they're just trying to make her more vulnerable in lane. Next up we have is Garen. His Courage W passive armor in MR per stack is lowered from 0.25 to 0.2. Alright, so they're just lowering the resistance on his W because he did gain a lot of resistances on his W. Like free resistance. He gets tanky for free, so that's going to be really good. Next up we have is Gragas. His body slam damage is being lowered from 80 to 280 at max, and is now being changed to 80 to 240 at max. Next up we have is HECARIM. The base armor, hold on, let me just say this. We love these HECARIM nerfs. I want to see these each and every patch. Nerf his ass to the ground. Alright, I'm sorry, I just had to let out some anger there, HECARIM in ranked is not fun to play against, especially when you do have healing reduction and he just doesn't die. So yeah, his base armor is being lowered from 36 to 32. Armor per level is being increased from 4 to 4.25. And his rampage Q damage is being changed from 5% to 2% plus 3% of his bonus AD. Now we have his Spirit of Dread. Heal change from 30% from damage source, 30% damage from any source, to 30% plus 2.5 bonus AD damage taken from HECARIM, and 15% plus 1.25% bonus AD from allies. Next up we have his Devastating Charge. Minimum damage lowered from 35 to 155 and is being changed to 30 to 110. And the maximum damage is being lowered from 70 to 310 and is being changed to 60 to 220. I like these nerfs. Keep it up, right? These are good. This is one step that they're making that's really good. Let's go ahead and look at Heimerdinger. His W initial rocket damage is being lowered from 50 to 170 to 50 to 150. And the total damage is being lowered from 90 to 306 to 90 to 270. Damn, they are hitting Heimerdinger. Tyler wants Heimerdinger at that. Next up we have his Kane. His Reaping / Q Darkened Form damage is being increased from 55. They're just changing the from 55% is being changed to 65%. The rest of the scaling is staying the same, so it still has the plus 5%, plus 4% per bonus 100 AD. So that is good. Up to target's max health. I keep forgetting target's max health. Next up we have is Kindred. Her Dance of Arrows damage increased from 60 to 140. It is being changed to 60 to 160, and the Q CDR or cooldown is being lowered from 9 to 8. Nice. I mean, I feel like she probably needs this. Does she though? I mean, you don't see. I don't know. I don't see Kindred and I don't play Kindred. We have Morgana. Her Tormented Shadow W damage is being lowered, or W monster damage is being lowered from 200% to 185. Morgana jungle is a menace, and you gotta fear it. I don't know if this is gonna be enough to change her or stop her jungle clear, because she heals pretty fast, and she can heal from this. So yeah, they probably need, I would say put down to 150, but I'm not right. Next up we have his Rumble. His Junkyard Titan passive on hit damage is being lowered from 10 to 50 to 5 to 40. Alright, next we have his set. His Haymaker W % of expended grit S damage is being increased. It was 25 plus 10 per bonus 100 AD. It's now being changed to 25 plus 20 per 100 bonus AD. Alright, I guess they're just making his W more. They're trying to make his W more of a damage ability again. Or not damage ability, but just trying to make it stronger. Next up we have is Shen. His stand united R shield value is being changed. Instead of it just being the AP ratio, they're adding a bonus health AP ratio too. So it's going to be starting at 17.5% of their bonus health. And it can scale from 17.5% to 28% at max. So This is probably really good for him because you don't build AP on him, so the AP ratio on his R it's not doing anything. If I'm gonna say, if anything, it probably the AP ratio on it doesn't do anything. So the bonus health is actually gonna make his shield a little bit stronger. It's gonna force you to probably build a fucking Serpent's Fang just to stop his shield whenever he does R. But this is a really good change I like to see on his R. The bonus health HP ratio on it is what I like to see. Next up we have is Tarik. Starlight's touch Q mana cost is being lowered from 70 to 1 or being lowered from 70 to 110 to 70 to 90. We have Trundle. His Pillar of Ice slow amount is being increased from 20 to 60 to 32 to 60. Jeez, not the slow. Vladimir's Transfusion Q cooldown is being increased from 9 to 4 and is now being changed to 9 to 4.6. It is good because he builds CDR or builds a lot of cooldown reduction early so that he can get his Q up as fast as possible. So this is a good change to him. So it's not really going to change too much of his numbers, I think. But it's not a decent enough change to really like, oh wow, he's really nerfed. Next up we have is Xerath. His Arcano Pulse Q damage is being lowered from 80 to 240 plus 75% and is being increased from 75 to 230 plus 90% of his AP. So they're just buffing the AP ratio on it, but they're nerfing the base damage on it. Because it used to start at 80 to 240 and it's now 70 to 230. But the plus 90% AP, it's a lot. Next we have his Eye of Destruction damage being increased from 60 to 180. It was 60 to 180 plus 60% of AP to 60 to 200 plus 65% AP. Xerath's gonna be a menace. I might have to start picking him up and using him just because of these buffs. His Q's gonna start hurting like a bitch. Next up we have his Wit's End. The 80 is being increased to 30 to 40 and the recipe is also being changed. I think it was a Heartburn Axe, or no, it's being changed to a Hearthborn Axe plus Negatron plus Longsword plus 75 gold. The total cost is unchanged though. Next up we have his Death's Dance, 80 increase from 50 to 55, and the armor is also being increased from 40 to 45. I feel like this item is really, really good. I just like the passive you get on the Defy passive. And once you kill someone, you get like 10% of your health restored over the duration. That's really good. We also have Moonstone Renewer. The heal is being increased from 60 to 70. Next we have is Sunfire Aegis. Please tell me how to say it in the comments below. I sound like a dumbass trying to figure out how to say this. The immolate damage that it does to monsters is being increased from 100% to 150%. Next up we have the Turbo Chem Tank. The supercharged attack movement speed is also being lowered from 60 to 40%. They're nerfing Turbo Chem Tank and they're buffing Sunfire Aegis. We also have some more changes. Next we have is Kog'Maw. His Caustic Spittle resistance reduction increased from 20, being increased from 20 to 28 to 25 to 33%, and his Void Ooze cooldown is being lowered from 80 to 120 to 60 to 100. I think they're doing this Q change because they just changed his like visual effects, and they're also just trying to push him a little bit more to push him into the meta because he's not picked unless Lulu's also picked with him. So you can already see Lulu's getting a buff as well. Lulu's W cooldown is being lowered, and her attack speed on her W is being increased. And this is a very fearsome ability because this ability is a polymorph, and if you're lowering the cooldown on her W polymorph, that just means hell for every assassin because they're like CC'd for 2.25 seconds at max rank. So the cooldown is being lowered from 16 to 12 to 15 to 11, and the attack speed increase is going to be from 20 to 35 to 25 to 35. They're just upgrading they're just increasing the base attack speed on it, and they're lowering the entire cooldown for W. And next up, we have his Set, his R. The Showstopper bonus AD ratio is being increased from 100 to 120%. They're really trying to push Set to be a little bit stronger this season. Also, Shen's R minimum shield health is being increased from 120 to 500 to 140 to 500. They're lowering Xerath's Q AP ratio because they thought 90% was way too high, and I 100% agree. They're lowering it down to 85% and his W to 60 back. They're lowering it back to 60%. They're also changing Dead Man's Plate. They're lowering the health on that item. I don't really think they needed to, but Riot knows best, so they're lowering it down to 300. And that is all the changes we have so far, guys, for patch 11.9. The new patch that's coming up, a lot of changes, a lot of nerfs. Some of them deserved, some of them not deserved. Let me know in the comments below if you guys think these champions should be nerfed, or if they should be changed, or if you think, you know, HECARIM doesn't deserve to get nerfed. He's a weak champion. So let me know in the comment section below, and I will see you guys next time.